Hi guys, it's Radiant, and today I've got a 9-second supply camp solo video. This build doesn't take too much skill. You're going to aggro them and then run around the corner, ball them up, and just blast them with your area of effect skills until they die. There's going to be a skill rotation you're going to use every single time. It'll always work, even if there's 2 dolyaks. It works on any supply camp on any of the Borderlands. Eternal Battlegrounds too, but I wouldn't recommend that one. You can see it's not even contested yet, the supply camp. It'll get contested in a second. And then, where is it? Still not contested. There it is. See, it's contested now. Alright, we'll speed through this as I capture it. Alright, now we're going to look at the build that got this 9-second supply camp solo. Full berserker gear. And I have superior rune of fire. Just take any kind of offensive runes. These are actually, I took these runes because they're cheap. You can get scholar runes if you want or whatever. Just offensive precision power is important. Great sword, we're going to use superior sigil of fire. I like that one a lot because the flame blast will do a lot of AoE damage. Longbow, also berserker of course. I got the sigil of air. You can use that one, you can use fire, doesn't matter. Full berserker trinkets. And let's look at the traits. We got berserker's power, 15% more damage when adrenaline's full. The adrenaline's not going to be full the entire time. It's not extremely useful, but hey, it's better than nothing. And remember, we want 30 in strength because of the power and condition duration. Slashing power, 10% more great sword damage. The fall trait, damage and dodge roll, not that important. Last chance, you get quickness for about 4 seconds. That's good for your 100 blades, especially. 10% more damage to bleeding foes. Remember, we're going to always bleed the veteran supervisor, so that's pretty good for him. Might on critical hit. This one is good. 20% recharge reduced. That'll help your greatsword when you're moving. Skill 5 and skill 3. That'll make you move quicker. Just as important though, this is the trait that gets you instantly 25 stacks of might when you use 100 blades. And remember, when you get the 25 stacks of might, that increases your condition damage also. Even the conditions that are already up will also be boosted in damage. So that's why you actually have pretty good condition damage with this build. Even though you don't have any, you have berserker gear, you can still do good condition damage because of 25 stacks of might. And you have 30% condition duration as well. Increased stance durations. Reason why we have increased stance duration. We have berserker stance, we have balanced stance. These you're going to use pretty much at the same time. After you pull them and run around your corner, you're going to use them immediately when the enemies are about to get you, because you don't want to get blinded. That's why you have berserker stance, or the weakness from the guards. And you don't want to be getting knocked down, so you have balanced stance. And then of course banner discipline, precision, and critical damage. Remember, when you use this one, because if you look at skill 2, that gives fury, and just like any of the other banners, the skill 3 gives swiftness. You got defiant stance on your skill bar. If you mess up, make a mistake, defiant stance will make you not take any damage and you'll get healed a lot. So this is really good if you make a mistake. And in that 9-second supply count solo, I didn't need to use it, but I do end up using it when I mess up. Now the food we're using is almond berry ghost. He's about 300 something health, I think 325 health whenever you critical hit. It has a 1 second cooldown, so you'll end up getting like 325 health every second or something like that, especially when you're 100 blazing. That helps you survive and get kills quicker. Of course, the precision is nice too. Now we're gonna watch that clip again in slow motion where I did the 9-second supply camp solo. Alright, now we're gonna look at it in slow motion. You need to have the veteran supervisor locked. You use skill 3 on your banner for fury. Go up aggro. You want to aggro everything in the camp, even if there's 2 dolyaks. You're gonna choke dodge roll like I did, and then you're gonna run behind the corner, and you're gonna use skill 2 immediately to get your fury. That's 8 seconds of fury, and then you're going to drop the banner immediately after that. You're going to pop your balance stance and berserker stance right before the enemies get to you. You want to precast skill 3 on your longbow. That's for you. That's because it's a slow moving shot. It takes really a long time, so you want to precast it by the time it hits. Then the enemy should be there. You're going to use skill 2 immediately after skill 3 on your longbow. So using skill 2 now. 1/4 of a second activation. You need to make sure you're locked onto the supervisor for when you use skill 5 now. Now we're using skill 5. This is for bleeding damage. This is why we're locked onto the supervisor. It's our only single target skill we're going to use in this whole rotation. Now we're using our adrenaline skill now that our adrenaline's full. You're going to go through this rotation every time. Okay, so we're using the adrenaline skill. Weapon swap immediately after it lands. Get straight to 100 bladesing as quick as possible. Obviously it doesn't look like I'm that quick because we're in super slow motion. Okay, 100 blades just started. Now watch the stacks of might build up. They're going to get to 25 almost immediately. That's going to improve our power and our condition damage. So the bleeding and then the burning and the bleeding stacks I put on the supervisor will start to do more damage. You can see 100 blades. Once it finishes, I'm going to use skill 3 immediately after 100 blades finishes. That'll finish off the scouts. Sometimes the scouts will already be dead before skill 3. And then you're going to auto attack the supervisor, and I'm going to actually hit him with the adrenaline skill to kill him. The supervisor is always the last one to die. Remember, that's why we use skill 5 on longbow. It's our only single target skill, so we use it on him because he's always the last one to die. We know. Want to kill him as quick as possible. And then there he's dead. Now we're going to get in the capture circle, and that's it.